Charmander, one of the first Pokemon you can possibly get. I mean, he is one of the 5-starter that you can get from the start of the game. Okay, so a friend of mine has been suggesting for me to make a Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon guide, and so I made it. Because I do make requests, though this has been delayed for like a few days now. A few days being 1 day. That's it. Okay, so if you want a certain character to be on a video, on a guide, just tell me in the comments below. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first, which skills will you use for the first 3 levels? Okay, so personally, what I would use first would be a fire spin. Because the fire spin can do more damage than a flame burst, and it slows down its enemy. So it is very, very useful. Second is flame burst, as it is only damage and it can burn enemies. And other than that, you'll also get a movement speed. Okay, so if you are curious which is which, this is basically a showcase on what the skills are. I think it is very simple. You should be able to understand it. So yeah. Okay. If I had to say what combo should I use, which combo should I use, well, this is it. Let me show you. Okay, so I use my fire spin first to make the enemies slower. By making them slower, they won't be able to escape, aka they will be easier to engage to, and so they won't be able to escape. Then I use my flame burst to burn them. Well, basically, flame burst is just pure damage. I don't really need to explain how it works or what it does. The next thing that I should talk about is what skills I should get, which upgrade should I get, to be more specific. Okay, so preferably I will get the fire punch first, not flamethrower. To be honest, I don't really know the reason for flamethrower. It probably does more damage than the fire punch, but the fire punch is better because of its 2 second stun. I think it's not that noticeable, but it is a big difference, trust me. And you also get a dash, which is very great for escaping or for engaging. For the second upgrade, I will get Flare Blitz instead of the other one. Reason being is the Flare Blitz gives you a shield, the Flare Blitz gives you a dash, and the other one gives you damage and a movement slow for the enemy. Okay, so why Flare Blitz? Why not the movement slow? The reason being is, the build that I'm doing right now is a tank carry build. That's why I use my Flare Blitz, since you get a shield. A Flare Blitz also gives you a bigger survivability instead of the other skill that I keep forgetting the name of. Is it Fire Blast? Anyways, yeah, that's it. Here are some showcase on the skills, if you don't see it in the gameplay from the background that I'm using. Okay. Okay, as I said earlier, the Fire Punch gives you a dash and it stuns the enemy for 2 seconds. Okay, now let's go to Flare Blitz. Okay, if some of you don't know, and I don't know why you don't know, that's probably why you're here. The gray part in your health is the shield. Just saying, instead of, you guys guessing on what it is. Okay, so as you can see earlier, the Flare Blitz also has a bit of a stun, and a dash. So I think I did the right choice. A fire punch and a flare blitz are basically almost the same skills, with only one difference being the flare blitz having a shield. Unite moves. What does Charizard's Unite move do? Do. What does Charizard's Unite move do? Okay, so I think it's very noticeable from the video what it does. Basically, Charizard gets an opponent, grabs them, then puts them in the air and do like a slam. Okay, what do we get from that? Okay, so the Unite move after the hit, the fly down one. After that, you get like you fly, and once you're flying, you basically are able to go through walls, and your attack damage is also higher than normal. Now let's talk combos. Okay, so what are combos? Combos are basically a set of skills that are used in certain sets. Like, which skills do I use first? Do I use the fire punch? Do I use a flare blitz? Do I use my unite move first? Okay, so what you should do is first attack with a flare blitz, right? Flare blitz first. Why flare blitz? Well, because it is easier to engage with it. I mean, you can also engage with a fire punch, but the fire punch is less accurate. So unless they're like very close to you, use flare blitz. Okay. And then once you're done with the flare blitz and fire punch, use your unite move and just keep attacking them until your unite move is done. Now here's the fun thing. Because of how long the fly effect of the unite move is, because of it, once you go down, your flare blitz and fire punch is back, so you can do it again. But remember, you can't get the unite move again. That takes too long to cool down. Okay, let me show you a footage of what it will look like. Okay, so that's it. That is basically the tutorial that you've probably been looking for. I mean, I hope you've been looking for, because if you weren't looking for this, that means I made a horrible video. Okay, so now you might be thinking, why am I still continuing the video? What's the reason? There's one reason. I think you guys forgot about two things, and that is health items and battle items. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything specific, but here is what you should at least get. Okay, for your health items, I'm not sure what's good for Charizard and what's not, but the one that I use is basically the one that I've used in every build videos, which is Razor Claw, Body Barrier, and Scope Lens. But the reason why I'm using that is not because, that's the number one you should use on this character. No. I'm using that because that's the only items I have. Okay, Body Barrier is good for Charizard because of his Unite move. He gets a shield and flying effect. That's great. Like, that's perfect for Charizard. And then Scope Lens. Okay, so Charizard has a passive which makes, if you have a lower health, the lower health you have, the higher the critical rate. And Scope Lens is the greatest item for that. Like, that's the number one item you should get. And then for your battle items, use an X attack. Use it while you're in your fly mode. Now you might be thinking, why am I not talking about Razor Claw? Well, I'm not sure if you should get Razor Claw. Sorry, my throat hurts, so I'm having pauses. Anyways, that's it for this video. Press the like button if you liked it. Of course, I'm affording you. And subscribe. Thank you. Bye.